Another one of my favourite books from when I was a little girl, and this one is a song and it goes quite fast. I'll try and do it a bit slower because it's tricky to understand. It's called Farmer Fisher. Farmer Fisher had a fine fat truck. You couldn't see the colour for the farmyard muck. In the front was a rabbit and a chicken and a duck, all on the way to market. And in the back were sows, cows, the farmyard cats, hogs, dogs, the farmyard rats, hares, mares, a pound of pears, billy goats in hairy coats, and a horse, of course, and a ton of turnips, all on the way to market. Farmer Fisher pulled the choke, and off they drove in a cloud of smoke. A rattle went tap as the crankshaft broke on the way to market. And with it went the oil coil, the piston ring, steering, gearing, valves and springs, doors, floors and a lot more things on the way to market. Farmer hailed an ancient Ford with a big square wheel on the running board with a noise that could not be ignored on the way to market. They tied the Ford to the farmer's truck. You couldn't see the colour for the farmyard muck. The Ford revved up to take the load. Up it speeded, down it slowed, and the engine fell out in the road on the way to market. Next to stop with a smart saloon in a tasteful shade of dark maroon, licensed up till the end of June on the way to market. The smart saloon was hard to beat. It pulled them over 30 feet till the gearbox dropped out on the street on the way to market. Then up drove a big sedan, which style proclaimed American, 45 gallons in the gasoline can, on the way to market. The big sedan weren't no use, but at least it had a good excuse. The darn great thing ran out of juice on the way to market. No more petrol. Can't go. Then up came a new three-wheeler, clean, mean, a real scene stealer. See it at your local dealer on the way to market. The driver said, "Now please don't scoff," put it into gear with a nervous cough, drove 3 feet and the wheels came off on the way to market. Then up drove a limousine with a pair of footmen dressed in green, and the stereo played God Save the Queen on the way to market. The limousine prepared to try, the mighty engine gave a sigh, and 16 pistons blew sky high on the way to market. Then up drove a fire appliance, a masterpiece of modern science, the siren singing out defiance on the way to market. And with it went its stumps, bumps, a mile of hose, 2 big bumps in the driver's nose. There she goes on the way to market. Couldn't stop because it was going to save people. Farmer Fisher chose his course with a feeling allied to remorse. He walked to the back and fetched his horse on the way to market. He hitched the horse to the limousine with a pair of footmen dressed in green, which he tied to the poor three-wheeler, now in need of a good faith healer. Tied that to the big sedan, needing 45 gallons in the gasoline can. Tied that to the smart saloon, licensed up till the end of June, which he tied to the rusty Ford with a big spare wheel on the rounding board. Tied it to the farmer's truck. You couldn't see the colour for the farmyard muck. In the front was a rabbit and a chicken and a duck, all on the way to market. The old horse never once looked back. He walked on gently down the track. The pigs all cheered and the ducks went quack on the way to market. And the horse, of course, pulled a ton of turnips all the way to market. There's Farmer Fisher and the horse pulling all of them. What a strong horse. I hope all the cars get fixed. That's the end of my story. It says it there. It says the end. And there's the frog waving bye-bye. Bye-bye.